to get the metal. It's the metal that melts the solder. If you think about that instead, it's the metal. The metal is melting the solder. So you're trying to get the metal the right heat, not the flame. The flame is not what's melting the solder, it's the metal. So you're trying to heat the biggest,
That's a good way to look at it.
yeah,
really is.
that
I
is
never
what
heard it
you're,
put that way.
yeah, and I, with the handy flux, what I do like about it is I can tell, and I'm a little anal when it comes to some of this, but when, I'll get this down so I know, a lot of times if I'm doing this kind of, I'll actually put another thing and I'll put a little, one of the third hands up here, so that I know that nothing's gonna move. But on my demo, I'm not. So see how that's getting hot? I can actually take this, and on copper, you can tell when you haven't, when you have a bare spot. This is why I ended up going to the handy flux too, is I was doing a lot of mixed metals, and sometimes you would get it, you'd have these open holes, so, and there's the open hole. See how you can see where the flux isn't? Actually,
No.
I'm going to turn this up.
And when you're fluxing,
I'll show you.
I heated some metal yesterday where I really got a lot of like fire scale on it because I didn't get enough.
Yeah, you either need the slurry or you need to have the flux that
What if
has
it's a
that
huge
in it.
piece? You still need to have that flux all over it?
I would
Okay.
either that or use a boric acid,
Fire
you know.
Slurry.
See where that wasn't, it's oxidizing?
Oh, yes, okay.
See where the black holes are? If you actually do this, you can sometimes, it will start eating up the, see that? Isn't that amazing? Somebody said, will that actually clean it up? Sometimes it does.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? Okay, so I'm heating mostly from the bottom, but I do have kind of a thick piece of
do we see-
round.
How do we see that? it's
This is the
happening?
part. This is the tricky part with sweat soldering. You can see that.
I
See that?
I see it.
So I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to go back, but I'm going to keep my flame more on the sheet than on the round part. I'm going to take my pick and I'm just going to see, did I do it? Yes, I did. I can see
Beautiful.
that it's up over here, so I really didn't make an effort to make sure that that was down. So I'm going to see if I can flow it. I can see it flowing. I can actually take my heat
Oh,
and
there it
move it all
goes.
the way. But this is not flush, so that is why that is up. But we have a nice joint. Let's see here.
Have you just gotten used to using your left hand when you like from underneath? I'm having that's